Hello.
Hi, Suzi. It's Michael Persh from Adelaide. How are you?
Hi, Michael. Good. How are you?
Good, good. Kat from Catalyst Promotions set me up to give you a call.
Yeah, sorry. I was just in I was actually in church, believe it or not.
Is that right?
I had to sneak out. I was getting dirty looks from everybody too. So.
I hope I wasn't interrupting anything important.
Not at all. Not at all. It's fine.
All righty. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure. No problem.
How's Los Angeles today?
It's raining like cats and dogs. Raining, and it doesn't rain in California. It pours, you know. True.
Oh, it's nice. We've had some in this part of the world, which we haven't had for about 3 months, which has been great.
Yeah. Good. That's good. Yeah. Eat it.
So you've been in Los Angeles for quite a while now.
7 years I've been here.
Wow.
In Boston before that, and so yeah, it's I'm sort of time is just flying by, but you know, it's kind of my home for now. I'm gradually trying to get back to Australia, but you know, we'll see.
Is there anything you greatly miss about Australia?
Oh, it's just everything, you know. I'm of course all my family's there, so that's always hard. But I just, you know, Australia's just there's no other place like it. And, you know, I don't want to the cliché weather and it's beautiful and all that stuff, but it's really just the people I miss, you know. That sort of laid back kind of lifestyle is really great. And you don't really get that here. I mean, LA is kind of laid back, but it's a big city too, so, you know.
Do you think being overseas makes you appreciate that more?
Oh yeah, I mean, every time I come home, I'm just, you know, I kiss the ground just about, you know, because it's just something about it that it's still a young country, but it's just got that such old history, and you know, I mean, there's no other place like it. It's beautiful. And
you've been busy raising a family in LA. Does that make your attitude to the band any different? Are you a more mellow and patient person when it comes to the rock and roll band?
Yeah, probably I am. Yeah, I'd say I'm a lot more patient since I've had kids. They really teach you that, and I think that's a great thing, you know. But you know, I had a lot more time on my hands before, so everything kind of stopped for me in that world just because I decided that, you know, I was going to stay with the kids, you know, and to make it more records and tour. It's too much of a like a commitment that you have to make, and so I wasn't prepared to do that. I don't think you can do it both really well, so I just decided to do one thing at a time.
Actually, on the subject of LA, I notice your old mate Dave Gleeson of the Screaming Jets have just been in town. You didn't catch up with them?
They've been here in LA?
Yeah, they did a showcase early in Feb, I think.
Never. I didn't hear anything about it. I would have loved to have gone. I would have gone and seen them.
Well, I hope they did well. I think they're scouting for a record contract.
Yeah, good. Yeah, they should. They're a great band.
They are indeed, and still as good as ever. If I can just go back in time a little bit, the first time I came across the Baby Animals was on the B-side of an Angels recording.
Yes.
The Angels really gave you guys a bit of a kickstart.
Well, they really did. You know, I mean, that was kind of an unusual thing to do, and they put 3 bands on tour with them, and on their B-side. It was a great idea, and that was our first major tour, and from that, we got to play to a lot of people, and it just helped to, you know, get the name out there, I think. So yeah, it was an awesome thing for them to do.
And it was a great thing to see Dave Leslie in Doc Neeson's band recently.
In what? Yes, with Doc. Yeah, no, I know. I saw him in Perth actually last year when he played with Doc. He was doing that acoustic run with him, I think. Yeah,
no, it was really good to see him still out there doing things.
Yeah, good.
And the big news is you're heading back for a lap of Australia.
We're heading back for a lap. We're going to do a lap. We hadn't been in Adelaide. We didn't go to Adelaide last year, so we're going to do that. I'm going to do Brisbane and Sydney and Melbourne, and got about 17 shows, I think. So I'm really excited. I'm sort of feverishly practicing, and we're going to rehearse in Sydney for a few days before we go out, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait.
Oh, there's certainly a big buzz around the country. There's a lot of excited people to know you guys are going to be back on stage in Australia again.
Well, that's good to hear.
And really looking forward to hearing some of those great songs again. I just wanted to quickly ask you about the first album. It still stands up as one of the great recordings ever made in the country. And also the Mike Chapman influence on it. It just really was a song dude, isn't he? He really brought out those songs.
He really is. He was the best, you know. I mean, there's no one else like him. He's a pop maestro, and I think all the stuff that we write, it's got a bit of a pop element to it. It's just heavy because that's the kind of style we like, but he's really great at bringing out the hooks. And he was good to work with, you know. He was quite pedantic and a commander, and he would make us do take after take, but once we got the vibe, he was, you know, was all over it. So, yeah, and Kevin Shirley also being the engineer was a really great combination.
But it really did work, and it still stands up really well.
That's good. I'm glad you say that, because that's the sign of a good record. You know, I think if you can listen to it years later, I'm proud of that piece of work.
And Shaved and Dangerous was quite a departure. It had more of an album sort of feel to me about it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it was what it was. It was a different time for us, and we were going through different things, and it was probably a bit rushed, but it was what it was. You know, I think it was. You know, it still stands up. It is definitely an album. It wasn't like there wasn't radio singles all over it. It was listening. You know, it definitely took more than one listen, that record.
Yeah, it sort of strikes me in the realms of sort of Zeppelin's Houses of the Holy that you need to put it on and have the time to sit down and actually listen to the whole thing.
Yeah, well, if you want to put it in that same category as Houses of the Holy, I'll take it.
I know you're a Zepp fan. It must have been an absolute hoot to tour with Robert Plant.
Oh, it was so great. Yeah, it was really great touring with him. He was the one that remembered all the stories too. So it was a pretty special time.
Indeed. What do you think of his new release with Alison Krauss?
I didn't take that off my CD last year. That was on high rotation.
It's one of those things. It's a real grower, isn't it?
For it. It won best album. I mean, that's unbelievable. So great.
Yeah, really. It's one of those albums that really grows on you the more you listen to it.
I didn't have to listen to it more. I mean, the first minute I put it on, so I love the blend of their voices. And T-Bone Burnett can't do anything wrong in my book. He's just the best.
No, he's big credentials indeed.
Yeah.
And the other act that you famously toured with in the States back in those days was Van Halen. Do you have fond memories of that?
Oh my gosh, I can hardly remember any of that because we were so messed up, that whole tour. It took me 6 months to recover from that tour, and I'm not even joking. It was really stupid fun, you know, like, oh my God, it was great. And we worked with them for 6 months, and then in the middle of that tour we went to Europe and did our own tour, and then, so it was busy, but it was a pretty special time. It was a great time.
I just wanted to ask you a bit about the acoustic CD that came out recently. One thing that really struck me about it was not only how well those tunes came up, which of course is the proof of great tunes, but the recording is not laid back by any stretch of the imagination. It's not what you expect from that sort of project, and it really showed the musicianship of the band.
Well, I think that had a lot to do with Justin Stanley, who produced it, and he just went at it with the idea that let's just completely take these songs to a different place, you know, like doing one word with a Chain Gang feel. And when he sort of suggested that, I thought, oh, this could work. You know, we did that album in a week.
Really?
Really quick. Yeah, and it was quick and it was painless. I really enjoyed it. I loved making that record.
And I've seen lots of things and lots of rumours around that there might be some new recordings in the wind. Is that a possibility?
There is. There's two. We've got putting 2 new songs out that will coincide with the tour, and we will we'll be finishing the record after the tour.
Oh, that's great news.
We've recorded a bunch of new songs, but we haven't finished the album yet.
So the guys have come over to you in the States to do that?
Yeah, Dave came out. He left a few weeks ago. But he was here for a month, and we just put our heads down and just recorded, and we got a bunch of work done. So we're moving along.
Oh, that's brilliant to hear. I'm sure there's lots of Baby Animals fans that will be very excited at the prospect of hearing some new things indeed.
I'm really excited to play some new stuff too, I have to be honest. It's going to be fun.
Fantastic. Well, I for one are thoroughly looking forward to seeing you guys come back again. So all the best, and thank you so much for having a chat, Suzi. I really do appreciate it.
Thanks.